Today on the channel, AEW Unrivaled unboxings continue with Jon Moxley. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel. As today on the channel, we're unboxing AEW Unrivaled Series 5 via Jazzwares. Jon Moxley returning to the line once again with his title belt. He no longer has that belt, but he does in this figure, so good for him, and we'll just always be remembered that he was once upon a time a champion. So Jon Moxley, a very popular character, obviously, and no stranger to toys as far as AEW wrestlers go. Outside of probably Jericho has the most of all AEW wrestlers when you think of their entire career. But Moxley, he's right up there, as we got a plethora of Dean Ambrose figures back in the day between the Elite line, the Basic line, and even exclusives. So he's no mystery for the figure game, but he might be a mystery to me. We'll see what we think when we unbox him, talk about it, and see where it goes from there. So here it is, Jazzwares Series 5, Jon Moxley returning to the line. To me, I would have rather had somebody else. I think a lot of other people would have had somebody else in the line. But I don't hate this. We always say we got to put our business hat on. We got to take that step back. You got to have some of the hottest characters. You got to have Cody, as much as people don't like it. You got to have Moxley. You got to have Jericho. You got to have those guys on the pegs, as that's what the kids are going to want, just like the John Cena's, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, in the Elite side of the fence. So I understand it. It's not for me. These aren't always going to be for me. But this Moxley's all right. We'll compare it to the previous Moxley, see which one we like better, and we'll see where it goes from there. But let's look at the packaging first, like we said. Classic Superstars inspired packaging. You can see him in there. He's got the belt around his, over his shoulder, I guess we should say. To me, the arms, the first thing I noticed, the arms look a little tad small for the figure. Maybe that's just me. We'll see when we unbox it, but that's my first impression. We got the glamour shot down below, Unrivaled line as well. Then you got the side, All Elite Wrestling, a little glamour shot there of old Jon Moxley. Number 37. Yep, 37. Series 5, like we said. And then you got the side there with the AEW logo. And then, of course, the back. There he is, holding the title belt high for everyone to see. You got the rest of the Unrivaled Series 5 lineup there. And where is this from? Let's see what it says here. From All Out, 9/5/2020, Jacksonville, Florida. And then he's got his little Mox signature. Very small, not a lot to that signature. I know he gets a little bit of complaints out there that his signature isn't big enough and fancy enough. Same with Dean Ambrose. I think he used to just sign a DA. I'm not a big autograph guy. Outside of Terry Funk and some of the ones, Ultimate Warriors and stuff like that, I don't really need any autographs, so it's not that big a deal to me. But I know some people would like him to have a more professional autograph. So there you go. All right, let's see how many pieces I can open this up into. There's one. See you later. Oh, didn't get very far, like a boomerang. See you later. Let's go, let's go. Can we get it? Oh, see you later. What a mess. What a mess down here. This is just horrible. Horrible. There it is, big one. See you later up high. And now we get some plastic prison action. He's mean mugging. His arms do look small, though. I love the black, yellow, and kind of grayish white splatter paint pants, though. That's a pretty cool feature. There he is, the old plastic prison. Drink him in, everybody. All right, let's knock him out. There it is. That belt. Well, you gotta make sure you go the right way. You'll rip the belt plate off. So there's that. See you later. See you later. See you later. Later. Oh, my belt's a little twisted here, as you can see. Look at that. I've never seen that before. A little heat or whatever, that'll fix that. I bet you if I clamp it together, it'll slowly start to come back. Maybe, hopefully. These clamp a lot easier together on first try than the Mattel ones do. Just the peg system's a little bit better. Is what it is, though. AEW title, we've seen it before with Moxley. I'm sure it's the exact same thing. We'll compare it in a little bit, so I'll stick that off to the side. Now let's look at the figure. Let's drink this figure in. Yeah, I don't know. Something about the arms look a little too skinny. And we're talking about the forearms and the hands. They just look a little small compared to the rest of the size. We've got that plastic. I almost said dreaded plastic. I don't know if I dread the plastic, but you got to make sure you get it off the figure. Let's see. Can I get it off? Slowly ripping it. There it is. So I do appreciate that. They protect the figure. That's, I guess, from the belt and the coat and the jacket and everything else. Yeah, I mean, it's a solid. We know it's Jon Moxley. You see it in the face. It's solid. How are the wrists? And the elbows, once again, the elbows very loose. And just a little pressure, you're going to snap that off. Do got the double jointed elbows, though, and most of them do, which is really cool at this point. That's the way figures are going, unless you're Star Wars Black Series. They're kind of going away from the double joints. I like the double joints, but it's not a game or a deal breaker for me. You guys tell me in the comments your thoughts. Double joints are great if you're doing figure photography on a regular basis and really want to get in some dynamic poses. For somebody like me that just basically poses them on a shelf and stands there on a shelf, I don't need double jointed knees and elbows. I much prefer double jointed knees and elbows in Marvel Legends type figures because I do display them in a scene in my collection where wrestlers are standing behind me like they're getting ready for graduation. They're waiting to walk across the stage. They're all standing there on their best behavior. They're not doing any fancy poses behind me, as you guys have seen in my collector's videos. And if you haven't seen the collector's video, what are you waiting for? Go watch it. It's a great video. You can take the tour of the whole collection. It'll be a great time. But like I said, I like the jeans. I like the splatter paint. Easy for me to say. I like the splatter paint on his jeans. That really does pop. More so than his former figure with the gray and black kind of acid wash, maybe. Got Mox on the back of the jacket. I do like that. As you guys know, like all these other ones, he will not fit on a ringside collectible stand. He does not have, okay, so I remember too, well, I got it right here. Might as well bust it out. Here's the old Jon Moxley. Same jacket probably being reused. It looks like it to me. Yeah, and I don't hate that. He wears this jacket still, so why wouldn't you reuse it? It's not like you need to reinvent the wheel on that one. I will notice, or I do notice, he does not have the scar on his head here. He's got kind of the mark, scar, whatever you want to call it on his head here. I like that, though. I didn't really like this at first for his first figure. But now that we have two, I like to have the options. Hey, this is battle damage Jon Moxley. Here's regular Jon Moxley. So I don't necessarily hate that. I did think the heads were going to be the exact same, but they are totally different heads, hair sculpt, everything else. It's funny. Gosh, which one do I like better? You know what? Believe it or not, I like the old ones. The skin tone in the head on this one is a lot better than the new one. A lot better. He looks... It's like they tried to tan up the skin a little too much where it almost looks like a pale, like he's seasick. Like he's been out sailing the seven seas with Shipwreck from G.I. Joe, and he looks like he's about ready to puke off the side. That's how this looks. Almost looks like a little zombie-ish. I mean, if you put those two side by side, I don't know. He just looks ill. It's funny how drastic they look differently side by side. I think they're still trying to figure out the color tones of these figures a little bit. We all know the debacle Series 1 turned out to be, and there's been a lot of improvements. That Kenny Omega from Series 4, just next level. I mean, that was the biggest, vast improvement of a figure that I've ever seen. From the Series 1 to that one, just next level. They've done some really good figures, and I think they're just trying to figure out what skin tone to go with. And it didn't quite work on this new Moxley figure, unfortunately. Especially when you compare it to the last one, which I wasn't the biggest fan of the last one, but now it makes me appreciate this one more, if that makes any sense. Very, very strange. I like the face expressions and stuff on this newer one better, but the coloring looks a heck of a lot better on this one. So I don't know, but both paints are pretty good. I think I probably like, and you know, that's the beauty of these figures too. You can swap. I could definitely just turn, we could do it right now if we wanted to. Maybe, if the head will pop off. There's one. You can just switch the heads on these guys too. So maybe we'll see how that looks. Why not? I keep forgetting about the mix and match parts on this one. So you know what? I like this head better on this body. The problem we got here though is the skin tones don't match. The head and the body skin tones just don't match. How's this look? And see, this makes him look even sicker. Yeah, it makes him look really bad. I mean, he truly looks like a zombie. He's coming to get you. I mean, that's what it looks like. But I always forget about the mix and match nature. I've talked about it before in the past. I'm not a mix and matcher by trade. Go back to the old G.I. Joe days. I wasn't one of those guys making my own figures. But it's a really neat option here. You guys have seen on the channel before, I've made some easy customs like the Dynamite Kid, out of the British Bulldog and like a Bret Hart and some of those things. I can't wait till we get more AEW figures down the line. We'll be able to do a lot of that. I think we'll be able to mix and match and make some figures that we didn't think we'd get, but we could make very easily. So I'm looking forward to some easy customs, but I'm not one of those guys going to buy a bunch of Moxleys so I can just swap heads and bam, I got new figures with the same stuff. That's not going to work for me. That'll get expensive too in the wallet. But when the time is right, I will strike and I will make some customs, some easy swap body part customs out there. I think it'll be a pretty cool deal once we get more figures in the set. So there it is, the curious case of Jon Moxley. I don't know if we've got our defining Jon Moxley figure yet in the AEW line. There's been some quirks and some issues with each one, from where I sit at least. But you know we're going to get a lot more Jon Moxley figures. You know they're going to get it figured out. And I, for one, am excited about the future. I'm a buyer for the future, too. I like to see the test of time and the road traveled with these AEW figures. So there it is, Jon Moxley. So there you have it, another AEW Jazzwares Unrivaled Series 5 figure review. Leave me your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to follow me on social media, at SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. Of course, like this video. Of course, subscribe to the channel. And for the whole AEW crew of Series 5, I'm Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.